What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Overthinking Understanding Podcast. I'm your host, Victoria Moore, and we are back with another episode. Y'all already heard that intro. We back with another episode. This is the first and only episode of February. I told y'all I'm gonna do better at doing episodes. So I said I'm gonna start doing one episode a month. I've been having a lot going on, but that is not an excuse or anything to not get the episodes out. Actually, that's actually something. It segues perfect into our episode because man, when did we say forget the process? When we say like the process is unneeded, what happened? We have became we have became a microwave society. You got it took you 2 years to get chunky. It took you freaking I ain't gonna do another one on that. It took you a little time to get big. It took you a little time to get broke. It took you a little time to get broken. And now you on the hill. We got 30-day plans. We got 10-day 10-day degree plans. I'm all for skipping the extra steps, but microwave? You microwaving your life? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But I'd rather have my food slow, low, and correct than microwaved any day. I tell people all the time, I ain't get chunky from eating BS. To a certain extent, I did though. I had a little, but we real food. Y'all microwaving y'all life. Y'all microwaving y'all life, and then watching people who has took their time and been through the process and cooked in the oven, and then y'all start hating. And I ain't saying y'all. I'm not saying my listen. I'm just saying the world as a whole. And like I said, we do not occupy this world by ourselves. As always, be kind. And I completely understand that. We don't occupy this world by ourselves. I understand that everybody does not think and everybody's process is not the same as my process. It's just scary. We got 6 figures in 90 days. I feel like some people just has forgotten there's no elevator to success. It's an elevator to getting some money. It ain't no elevator to success. And people have got so big and saying, I want the top level. I want the degree. I don't care about the knowledge. The paper mean nothing without the knowledge. That's why some people have hands-on training, hands-on building, like in the field activity, hands-on, and the degree doesn't stand up to the amount of knowledge that they have because they went through the process. Can y'all tell how crunk I am about this episode? Like the stuff I be saying lately, the stuff that I be seeing lately is not surprising, but it is mind blowing. Because I'm the type of person, if y'all new to this podcast, overthinking, understanding, if y'all have never tuned in, I spent 11 years of my life in the service. I went in as a baby, signed my contract at 17, and I'm about almost a year out. And I say that to say I'm a big person and I don't want my time wasted. I know what it feels like to be you can't go do what you want to do because you're contract is it contractically obligated to be where you're supposed to be. You contractically bound by contract to be where you're supposed to be. To let these people tell you when you go get up, when you go to sleep, when you go wake up, and now refuse to do that outside of the service to a certain extent. Not doing what I want to do. And I say that to say, tying it back into this episode, the things that I went through in the military, the experiences and everything that I had, just life period. I'm the type of person I live off of the experiences that I've been through. I feel like everything is a process. Like when you going through it, even when you healing through the trauma, you like, I wish I wouldn't have did that. That was cringe. This, that, and the third. Now I look at it like I look in the mirror and be super inspired. I look at the person I get to wake up with and be a groupie. My life is 10 times, 10 times better than I ever could have ever imagined that it would be. And now I look at everything as understanding it was a process. The person that I am today, people be like, you did this and they taught you this and you got a hand out here and this, that, and the thing. It's like, nah, it was all part of the process. I went, I went to the same spot you went through. We just had a different process. I know a lot of people don't heard pressure make diamonds. Do you know what a diamond look like when it's pulled out? See, a lot of people want the nice, trimmed up, cleaned up, shined up diamond. That's not how I look at. That's not how I look when it come out that dirt. And y'all are letting people rush y'all into living y'all life. You want to microwave your life? Some people do, and I understand. Some people just life sucks to be here. I understand. This episode is not for y'all, but my heart goes out to y'all. But it's for the people who understand that I'm going to die one time, but I have the ability to live every day. That's overthinking understanding. Coming from a person who overthink understanding at one point in time. I don't even hear overthinking no more all the time. They word that word out. I should have made overthinking small and understanding big. I might redo the logo. Mental note. But that's the whole thing. We have reiterated things so much that we have lost understanding. And microwaving life, these 30 days, I've been skinny my whole life. I've been big in African American terms, black people terms, 2.5 seconds. Not too long. Maybe about a year or so. You think I'm gonna sit there and be like 30 days, I wanna be smaller. Anybody who even really truly loses weight, they tell you. Your body go start transforming. You might start seeing changes in the 30 day, 40 day, 6 months, blah, blah. But give yourself at least 2, 3 years because it's a process. It took you time to get big, let you take time to get small. But you know what microwaving that journey is? And I'm not saying it, we ain't giving out no free promo, but that weight loss shot, it's gonna help me get to my goals faster. You ain't go through the process of doing the push-ups and the sit-ups. You just lost the weight. Now you look like the people who lost the weight on drugs. And it's not making fun of nobody who done did that. We all have people that struggle with addictions. I'm not saying it like that. All I'm saying is you done let these people microwave, you done let the world put you into their reality. You done let people put you into their reality, because not even the world, we all operate in different realities. And it still be mind-blowing to me at 30 years old that we allowing people to create our reality. I understand that what I see every day is not what you see every day. This is my reality. This is the process that I went through. I be fortunate to come in and understand that I have a studio room. Whether I want to record, paint, do this, that, and the third. And there's some people on the outside that'll come and take everything that I have because they feel like they deserve it more. Or they just want it. They don't understand the process. You can have over $10,000 worth of equipment. I didn't buy $10,000 worth of equipment at once. People don't understand that. People don't understand the part of it that it's a process. People don't. And I'm not even saying that people don't understand. People overlook it. People have allowed people to microwave their life. You have let somebody else tell you that this is faster. I don't know if y'all grew up even eating TV dinners, but a TV dinner could never compare to my parents making dinner. So why would you sit there and allow people to microwave your life? You got to the result slow, but you want to get to the result, reverse result fast. You've been broke your whole life. You say, I want to get rich tomorrow. What are you going to do with the money? 10-week degrees. Lose weight in 30 days. 90 days to six figures. Yeah, it's an elevator to getting some money. It ain't no elevator to success. And then people be jealous because you have made it where you put yourself in a room with people who you feel like are worthy, are worthy, and you are worthy to be in there because you done did this and you done did that, and I'm just like y'all. And then when you can't stand shoulder to shoulder with these people, you like, but wait, we accomplished the same result. Y'all didn't go through the same process. I used to tell people all the time, excuse me, my apologies. I used to tell people all the time, they'd be like, I'm gonna be your rank this, I'm gonna be your rank that. Back when I was in the service. And I used to laugh and I'd tell them, we'll never be the same rank. We'll never be the same rank. It don't matter what it is on your chest. We'll never be the same rank. It don't matter if even though people who was above me, you'll never outrank me. And it's not in a way of not understanding authority, not understanding hierarchy. It's just the way that I went about processing life. It's the way that I went about understanding that there is a process to life. People will come take everything that you said and went through a process for because they want the end result more than the journey that went with it. Somebody come in here tomorrow and burn up the degrees, burn up this, burn up that. It could be replaced because I went through a process to get it. Don't get me wrong, 10 week degrees, you could probably do the same thing, but what is you learning? When you start just being like, I'm going to do this to get this, and I'm going to do this to get this. Your whole process is what did you do? I did 10 papers. What was the papers about? I don't know. After a while, it was this, it was that. Talk to people who actually go to school, and I'm not talking about microwaving some part. I'm not talking about that it's not okay to combine steps and around like that. I'm talking about when you're trying to microwave the whole meal. When you saying, I want this TV dinner to taste just like my granny and my mama food, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's not never going to be that. It went through a different process. It went through a totally different process to get on your plate than what your granny, your mama, your people done did. And going through the process, it builds you up for the next level that you're going to get to. Anybody, and I laugh, and I'm also grateful to this day. I'm grateful to look in the mirror, like I said, and be inspired, and look at the person that I'm with and be a groupie. I'm fortunate. I'm grateful, blessed, whatever you want to say. And it took me going through everything that I went through. I wouldn't change one single thing. I didn't used to be like that. I wasn't a person who had regrets, but if I had a chance to do some things different, I might would have. Like, I, I truly, I would say, like, when did we become so instant? When did we become so like, this has to be completed now? The way that people want things instantly, but still do not understand, you die once, you get a chance to live forever. But yeah, that's the point. You don't know when you go die, so you just go speed through success. You still not gonna feel the same. You not go. You it just doesn't work. You don't feel the same. It's just like the first time that you realize that you can do something that you didn't think that you could do. Nothing goes over that first time because then you learn what you made of. You went through a process, so the second time, when like people might be thinking you can't do what you think you can do or what you know you can do. So proving somebody wrong might be something different, but once you do something that you truly don't think you can do, and you be like, man, I got that in me. It's a process. It's a process. This microwave, this overnight entrepreneur, all this different look. We just said we gonna skip the process. We just gonna skip what builds the character, what builds the muscles. I have not seen anything yet that's super successful. You could take all the steroids you want, get the bigger muscles, you're gonna have side effects. You can take all the weight loss pills that you want, you're gonna have side effects, and you might not look like the way you want to look because that person went through a process of getting up and building their mind and building their muscle and building this and building that. And don't get me wrong, like I say, you have somebody that, like I said, I was small my whole life, then I got big. I knew it was coming, right? I'm gonna say that, right? But the weight loss may come off a little bit faster for some than it do others. That don't mean I'm skipping the process. I, I was small for a long time. You bigger longer, it might take you longer to lose it. Same, and that's with anything, money, relationship. You've been with somebody long enough, they might stick it out longer than somebody that's fresh. But when they done, it's still gonna be done. It's a process. It's a process. Pressure make diamonds. Pressure make diamonds. Not the ones that you want. That diamond come out that dirt, you don't even know what you holding because you used to seeing it processed. Like, can y'all tell I was ready for this episode? Can y'all tell I was kind of crunk about this episode? I love people. Like I say, I might not be the friendliest person. I love people though. And my apologies, my mouth is dry. I love people, and like I said, I may not be the friendliest, but I do care. Whether I like you, don't like you, love you, or hate you, for the most part, I'm gonna treat you with the same kind of respect, same amount of respect to a certain extent. I, j- I just really want people to understand how valuable their life is. I hate when people get thrust into someone else's reality and be like, I knew wasn't what I wanted to do wasn't gonna work. Yeah, because you're trying to do it the way that you think you're supposed to do it off of seeing what somebody else did. We humans, we have instincts. You know what you're supposed to be doing and not doing. You trying to microwave yourself to the top. You having money, having resources can put you there. But if you haven't been there through the process of being the person you need to be there, you gonna get exposed. I could wash these clothes and dry these clothes, and I could throw a dirty clothes with the clean clothes that's dried and it's dry. But when it's time to go through the process of fold, I'm like, this ain't clean. You still gotta start back over. I'm gonna just throw that in there. But some people do like, I'm a little dirty. I'm a little rest, but I'm 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 dry. I'm basically like them, tomato. And then you get put into the pile with the people who done been through the process already. They been washed, they been rinsed, repeat. They been through the fire, they been dried, and then here you come. I'm dry. I'm just a little dirty. We basically the same though. Like I just got to pass. We do too. We got to pass. We just don't look like it. They did it like they did like every black African American summer right there. We got to pass too. We. I don't look like what I've been through. I'm not making fun of it. They came off a little condescending. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying, um, don't let people rush your process. Don't be out here trying to make microwave your life. And then for the people who be like I said, you don't know. We don't know when we go die. We don't know when we go past this, that, and the third. What you mean? What that's the beauty of it. We don't know. Do more with your time. Of course, I'm with that. But some things take time. I'm a firm believer that you don't need more time. You just need to be more valuable, more present in what you do with your time. But I truly don't believe you need more time. Like, if you give people more time, my belief, I'm not saying it's true, they'll just continue to do the same thing they've been doing. We'll kick the bucket down the road. But that doesn't mean rush the process. That mean enjoy it. And what I mean by that, I'm gonna give a personal example, like I always do. Personal stories to make other people better. I want to understand that I'm just like you, but I'm different. Like I said, we just went through a different process. And some people, hey, I'm just the same. People think just like I do, right? I used to be so ready to get home when I hit the road sometimes that I would just go from point A to point B. Like, I'll stop and get gas, quick food stop. I don't care what museum is in the state I'm passing. I don't care what's what. It's just tunnel vision. I'm here, and when I get there, I'm gonna have a good time. And then when it's time to leave, I'm gonna do it all again. And I had to slow down. I just I just asked myself one day, like, how much stuff is you already coming through here, right? How much stuff is you missing just speeding through the process? Just tunnel vision, just and I'm not saying it in a way when you got a goal in mind, you go get it. I'm saying don't get so caught up and trying to make your life better that you rushing the process, thinking that you're getting the same thing that you would. Because the moment I started slowing down, I started doing random stuff like, okay, what's in Facebook Marketplace around here? What's in this app over here? What is over here? What can I pick up here? And I started picking up equipment. I started picking up all sort of things, experiences, being able to go places. I sh- the process is still the same. I was going from point A from point A to point B, but just slowing down to understand that what what I think I need or what I think I'm missing, or once I get there, I'm like, man, I should have did this. I missed this. I missed that. Just slow down and enjoy the process. You gotta drive regardless. You make it there a little bit earlier to do what? It's like, man, I'm the first person in, in my family to get a degree. I'm the first person in my family to do this, do that. Oh, where you get your degree from? What is it? Oh yeah, I did this program. I got my master's in 10 weeks. I just had to do this, do that. Okay, what you learn from it? I'm the first one to get a degree. Like it was, like I said, it's papers. It was this, it was that. I'd be excited to get to class. I love learning. Anybody who has met me, I love learning. I want to soak it up like the sponge, because I only don't know until I know. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get what I can get. And everybody not the same. Like I said, if that piece of paper just help back the experience that you already have, or if you already a person that could, like I said myself, quote unquote, figure it out or make your way through, and this paper make you it, more important, helps you up the ladder. I'm cool. Combine a couple steps, right? I'm just speaking to the people who just like, I want to be rich tomorrow. You can't do nothing with $2 today. If I tell you make that $2 stretch, you gonna say $2 don't buy you nothing in the world right now. Hmm, cool. I can put that same $2 in somebody else's hand, and they'll show you how much stuff that you can get for free in this world. They'll show you how to make that $2 stretch. Make this $2 stretch to the end of the week. And you make this $2. If I tell you make this $2 stretch to the end of the week, and at the end of the week, I'm gonna give you $2,000. You know how many people make that $2 stretch? Find different ways to figure out how to do certain things. One thing that pisses me off the most is when people do go through the process, do be disciplined. I had to be disciplined. I had to put stuff up for this. I told myself at this age that I was gonna do this and do that. And while I didn't see the full vision, I still was disciplined enough to know, like, regardless if you want to do it or not, this is what we said we're gonna do. Until you figure it out, you still gonna be in this position. And then somebody will come tell you like you don't deserve it. Or you only got this because of that. You think so? Why I ain't lost it yet then? And that's not on no people be big on, like, be humble, this, that, and the third. I truly believe it. Yes, be humble under the Heavenly Father. What I gotta do to be bending down to you for? And I'm not being unhumble. I'm talking about what I have did. I do still feel like I'm naive in the fact of believing that if I continue to pour into people, that it's gonna be better. And for some it will. But I have learned a lot of people, their cup is not even meant to be full. It's a passer through. I learned that some people have purposely cut holes inside of their cups, and they want to feel important. They want to feel the same, but they'll never want to be the same, because to have the capacity to hold something, do something, be a part of a process, it has to be the capacity to do that. Some type of discipline, some type of I'm gonna do what I said I'm gonna do. I like people be like, you complaining about this, you complaining about that. I see it better for myself. You could be okay with it. You could say the moment that you have to compare it. I say this story all the time. When I was fortunate enough to work on private jets in the military, underqualified, underqualified, undereducated, and this guy was like, "This is one of the best jobs in the military. People complaining about this, they'll never be happy." And I used to just like laugh because people really believe that. They'd be like, "This is the unicorn job of the military," and I'm like, "Man, some civilians are, are be here today and quit tomorrow." This is, and don't get me wrong, it's a unicorn job for some civilians too. But that's y'all reality. I don't want to have to compare my life to nothing and say that this is good. I want to be content and appreciative of what I have because it is mine, and it's something that was made for me. Not, oh well, this person doing this and that person doing that, so it's count your blessings. I want to count my blessings without looking like the little folders they used to have in school. I don't want to look at your test to understand, like, oh yeah, like I'm doing this. I got this. I got this. But this accelerated elevating got people going crazy. And then you wonder why you still can't. If I get to talking about certain things, I'm like, how you don't know that? Or and we live in a world where you don't even want to make nobody feel like you know that they don't know what they're talking about. The conversation just go kind of fizzle out because you did something. We just ain't been through the same process. It's it's important to understand that people say that social media is a highlight reel, and that is true to a certain extent. But a lot of times, we just come in at the end of people's process. Social media is a blueprint for a lot of stuff. It's a lot of people that put their whole process on the internet. It's a lot of people who started at YouTube when it first started, and then some people started at YouTube young and this, that, and the third, and they blew up. And some people started didn't do that. It's some people that came to YouTube and they had a following from somewhere else and they blew up. Vice versa, people left YouTube and took their fans and did other things. They went through a process to do that. So stop letting people tell you like, oh, social media is a highlight reel if you choose to look at it that way. You knew it took something for somebody to get there. You choose to block that out. Social media is a blueprint for a lot of this, but it is a lot of people giving y'all that microwave content. They know that you want to make this money, you want to go into business for yourself, this, that, and the third. You ain't never been able to wake yourself up. You ain't able to do simple tasks for yourself. You talking about going into business for yourself. And then you done pay somebody for a course because you're like, yeah, this is my purpose. You want to know some of the best business advice to this day. If you find something that helps you, 9 times out of 10, it's going to help other people. If you find something that helps other people, 9 times out of 10, somebody else will need the same thing. If you look at some of the most successful businesses, it started from helping someone else do something. It's a lot of businesses that come in and they take and entrepreneurs pop up today, take the money and be gone. And I'm not saying that it's not deeper things into it. Some people were able to start businesses and understand that it's a supply and demand. And to a certain extent, all businesses are. But I'm speaking for the ones that, like the Amazons, I'm able to bring it to your front door. The Netflix, I'm able to deliver the movie to you. You don't have to do Blockbuster. Netflix went from doing DVDs to now you able to just pull it up at your house. Now you able to just stream it. Netflix showing podcasts now. You able to come on here and do your own show. Same thing that you was able to do on YouTube, but you got more resources behind you. It's a process to it. It we have started chasing these instant transformations. And now we're sitting here with instant transformation results. And what I mean by that is, like I said, you could take the weight loss shot. You could lose the weight real fast. And now you like, oh, my skin hanging. Oh, my arms don't look like that. Where is the muscle? You ain't build the muscle. You didn't go through the process of building muscle. You went through the process of losing weight. Some people don't even want to lose weight. They want to tone up. It's just like if I let somebody alter the reality I wanted. I tell my spouse all the time, I never wanted to be skinny. I wanted a little weight on me. I want to tone it up, but I ain't never want to be skinny. That was never my reality or beautiful or healthy or anything like that. I was looking forward to not being built like a wall. I was there long enough. I ain't want to look like that no more. And I can only tell you my truth. We have made it where the quick clarification has surpassed the true understanding. That's what I mean. Like you get these fast degrees, they just take your money. What you gonna do with that? And don't get me wrong, like for every bad course out there, I won't even say that. I'll say for every 3 bad courses out there, it's probably only one good one that's trying to actually help people. And I'm a firm believer in the game is told, not sold. Yo, if you good at something, you should never do it for free. That's fine. That's fine. And I love to talk to those people in their older years if they make it there. Because how do you feel now? By chasing money. Chasing money sometimes put you in a whirlwind. Because what you make money from may not always be what you wanted to do. I make money at what I'm good at, but that's not what I wanted to do. I just happen to be good at that. And you done missed the whole process. I don't think it's nothing that brings more understanding to me not make a wave in my life than to watching my grandmother get older and just to see the life that she built for herself when I was younger, and then to look at the life now and understand that both things are true. That she built that life back then, and back then she was also building up to the life that she has now. So what are you gonna do now to continue to build your life? That's why I said it's a process, because at a certain part in my life, I got very reflectful. I don't even know that a word. Excuse me, y'all. I don't even know if that's a word, but I started reflecting. I got real reflectful. I done said it now. Now it's rolling off the tongue. And I started reflecting, and now I do it like it's simple. It's just like me breathing. I get too upset about a situation or too mad at what a person got going on, and I sit and I reflect. I sit and I reflect, and it has made me such a better person. That's why I say I could never knock the process, and that's what scares me so much. Watching other people become envious of something that they would not sit there and go through the process for, but they want the end result. And then you think the same thing. It's just like I never truly understand the Clarissa Shields hate. Everything that this woman has been through. Many celebrities before. Many greatness before. The ability to come from nothing, do this and do that and this, that, and the third, and be like, you should be more humble because you do not understand another person's reality. Because your definition, and don't get me wrong, with like the definition for humble is humble. We could say that, but then you get 5 people, line them up and be like, what do you think humble is? And how many out of that 5, how many people are going to actually have the same definition, or what they explain is going to be the definition for humble? Not too many. Maybe not. Maybe only 1 out of the 5, because we understand that words have meanings and words have definitions and this, that, and the third. But we all, well, you should be humble, and I think humble is this, and you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. But how have you ever been in that space that this person has been in? How are they not humble because they happy for themselves? Why do you want them to lose? Are you humbled when you lose? So you want them to lose because you think that's where humbleness comes from. I'm humbled every time that I win. I'm humbled every time I understand that I, I did this, but I also did not do this alone. Whether you believe in somebody above or the people around you helped you, or just the process that you went through and the things that happened along the way made you a better person. I remember talking to this one person, and like I said, I'm a big person on reflection, and I'm a big person on learning from your mistakes. So one time they like left the car thing up in the middle, but they told me that somebody had broke in, because I would tell them like, stop leaving your car unlocked. Stop leaving your car unlocked. Anything can happen. You know, it's not a bad neighborhood. People not necessarily messing around with, but not sometimes it's not even the people in the neighborhood that does the trouble. And I'm just like, close your stuff up. So one day the person come in and they like, yeah, something happened. I forgot the story. So maybe like 2-3 days later, a week later, the car was unlocked. And I'm like, hey, lock your car up. Like, you know that you you know this situation just happened to you. You should lock the car up. You don't want that to happen again. That person looked me in my face and said, I lied. You just like throwing stuff up in people's face and bringing up old stuff. So that's why I said that. And I was so confused. Still to this day, it's like, man. But in that moment, something as simple as that, in that moment, I learned that they have not been through your process. You're trying to teach somebody who skipped the line how to under who skipped the line to understand how it is to be in line, to fall in line. Oh, you thought I what? I do myself like that. It's only something that happened and you didn't see it coming when you didn't see it coming. If it happened again after that, you seen it coming. You just allowed it to happen. And don't get me wrong, that's not. I love when people say like you oversimplify it. Yeah, because you overcomplicate it. Life is not that simple. Okay, that could be your reality. The complications that come with life are what? 9 times out of 10, death in families, bills, stress, jobs, kids. I can't control when somebody is going to pass. I can't control how I love them while they're here, how I show up for them while they're here. I can't control if a bill is going to go up or down. I can control the company that I stay with. I can control having the resources to take care of it. You can't even control if a job gonna keep you or not. 2020 didn't show you that you should probably keep a little bit more because a lot of people make a microwave society. A lot of people like I get paid this day, and you go ball out. You go wait for that next paycheck, and then you go come to a person and be like, "You make less than me. How you got more put up for me? How you be doing more of this?" I save. I do this. I budget. That same person who did the car thing, they laughed at me about budgeting. It's my process. I understand that building discipline in the smallest ways. If I say this trip is going to cost me $600, I used to always say, you fill a car up when you come in or you do this, and then when you leave, you don't fill it up all the way or you don't do this. Yeah, I'm staying within budget. You know what they looked at it as? You don't have no money. The last time I didn't have no money doing anything, I was like 18, 19. And maybe that's a lot. I say like 20. I say like 20. I learned a valuable lesson. I learned a valuable lesson about not putting too much trust in the people and around like that. But once again, it was part of the process. And I done told that story before too. Like I said, if you new tuning in and you have never listened to Overthinking Understanding podcast, I give personal stories. I'm trying to make the world better one listen at a time. It sounds so cliche. Some people will get it, some won't. I have been through the process long enough to know to get that. Some people understand where I'm coming from, some people won't. But I had a situation that taught me that you will never be down to nothing again. And I've been grateful enough to do my thing ever since then. It don't matter if I gotta, and usually it comes from something that I'm doing. Cause I'm gonna make sure the bills paid, this, that, and the third. Make sure myself is paid. But if it's some extracurriculars, it might gotta get cut a little bit. Cause I'm gonna make sure it's put up. Cause I don't know what the future holds. I can only do what's coming right now. You wanna know what's funny with me processing the things the way that I do? When other people have been through the same situations as me, I'd be like, you didn't, or I'm sorry, they say they have. I'd be like, that you didn't put no more money up, or you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And I'm not saying it to the people who have been dealt a horrible hand. I'm not that person because yes, it's some people who was dealt a horrible hand and they truly, truly came from nothing and they made the best out of it. I do think that I do think everybody processes their process. I do think that miracles happen, and blessings happen. I like to be very careful with the words that I choose because every a lot of us like to say we got it out the mud, but all mud is not created equally. Just like all pressure is not created equally, all diamonds ain't created equally. You could shave it down, polish it up, process it, and make it look a certain way, but it didn't look like that coming out that dirt. So a lot of us like to say like this person was silver spooned and they had this, and if I would have had that, some people were silver spoon too. It was just covered in mud. I would just say do not let people pressure you into messing up your foundation. And I think that's the biggest thing that happens. We sit here and we let people microwave our life, microwave success, microwave with any type of transformation, weight, life, bank account, whatever, and it's not built upon a foundation that's worth standing for anything. And I believe as human beings, your mind, you yourself, you are the foundation. Being able to put things in place. One thing that I have always said, and I try to talk to the people around me, like, you don't know how you gonna end. Watch what you do. The way that you talk, the way you think, the way that you act. I could go out and hurt myself tomorrow and be paralyzed. Are you gonna be able, have you set in things place to be able to be taken care of? If the people you think gonna take care of you might not, are you, or do you have the ability to take care of yourself? Because you treat people a whole lot different when you're able to wipe your own butt. But what happens if you don't? It's a process, and people be like, "Man, you think like this, and you this and you that," and I have people that think I'm just as smart and I'm this and I'm that. I'm like, I learned this through experience. And the funniest part about that is not even always my own experience. You could tell me about your experience, and like I said, I'm the type of person. It happened to you, it could happen to me. I never consider myself the exception to the rule, even if I have been an exception sometimes. If it happened to you, okay, I need to, okay, I need to take this note down. I'm gonna do better. You know what? I was hot headed, like I was tripping like that. That person got left dead. That person, this happened, that happened. They pulled up, they did this. I need to chill, or I need to do better about going about certain situations. It's all a process. And to the people that really do be hating, I don't think you'll be listening to my podcast. We don't be doing that on here, right? But to the people who really do be hating and disgusted with people who are successful, humble yourself, this, that, and the third, you know, you never know how long that person had to stay down to be an overnight success. You never know how much work they had to get to for you to even know their name. And just because you don't like them and you do not understand their life or this, that, and the third, it does not make their accomplishments and anything that they're doing bad. It's just not for you. And to the people that are microwaving their success and microwaving their life, please understand that the process is not punishment. Y'all getting y'all peas mixed up. I've been hearing pushing peas for years now. You're getting your peas mixed up. We need to start saying the whole word again. Ain't no more just pushing P, because y'all know what it stands for. One day is this, one day is that. I'm pushing P for peas. I'm pushing P for this. I'm pushing P for that. It's a process, and the process is not a punishment. Going through it is not a punishment. How you gonna be a diamond if you don't want to sit there and get dirt thrown on you? How you gonna be a flower if you don't want to sit there and let the seed get dirt thrown on it? How you want to be successful? You don't want to go to being broke. How you want to learn how to manage money? You don't want to play with money. You want to stay in your same area and think that you go get what's not in your area. Not, like I said before, not all shortcuts are wrong. Efficiency is different from avoidance. Technology could help you learn, support learning. Don't let it do all the learning for you. You can accelerate your process. It's your reality. It can work. It's real work. I'll just ask you this, and it's just reflection. What is your purpose of simplifying your process, slowing down your process? Why are you escaping it? I'm telling you, it's gonna be times where you're able to skip around in your process because you have learned it somewhere else. And I know I'm hitting y'all over the head with it. But that's the whole episode. It is a process. Accelerating something is just mean it's moving faster. Elevation is getting better. Accelerated, I still got it done. What's the quality of it? Don't avoid discomfort. Success might come today, but can it be sustained? You so eager for an opportunity to show up, you gonna mess around and waste it. You not understanding what an opportunity is. You eager for success. You're gonna miss the true opportunity because it's not what you look like. It's not what you think it should look like. I just say, we're getting ready to wrap it up. Overthinking isn't truly the issue. Overthinking understanding. Ooh, bring it back around. Overthinking is not truly the issue. The misunderstanding be the problem. Because you can keep thinking about something all day long and just drive yourself crazy. When you go try to start understanding it or understand that you misunderstanding, you don't want to go through that process. Everything on the outside feels like it's against you because you're against yourself. You done took so many shortcuts and I almost got fired up. Where did it get you? You ain't want to be broke. You ain't want to be stranded. Been through all of that. You ain't want to be sleeping in the back of the car, clutching on something, hoping nobody mess with this, mess with that. You ain't want to go travel by yourself. I could say, oh yeah, I've been in this place, I've been in that place. I traveled to this place, I traveled to that place. Way before I ever boarded a plane, I used to get in the car and go. My sibling been sick coming up on 6 some years. For about 5, not even 5, for about 6, I've been on the road. I'm coming to you, wherever I'm at, and learning to understand and enjoy the process in between. Car sessions was birthed. Car sessions was birthed on dash cams way before I ever recorded it on a phone or a regular camera. It was just me talking to myself, looking at beautiful road and land, and clarity just strike. Doing 23, 24-hour drives by myself. I've been through the process. You could black ass this, you don't know this, that, and the third. I've been through that. Find something else to say. You can't break something that's been polished. Diamond to cut you. That's all I'm saying. Been through the process for real. Don't skip your process. That's the part that's gonna turn you into what you want to be. Man, my homeboy did this and did that, and your homeboy got them results. You might not get the same result. My homegirl went like this, and they did the booty and did this, and then look. And shout out to the people who keep it for real. Like, yeah, I cheated the process. I wish I wouldn't have. I still didn't feel the same way I think that I would feel if I hadn't cheated the process. I want y'all to reflect on those questions. I want y'all to reflect on those questions. I love doing this podcast. I love talking to y'all. I love the process of where the podcast has went. To those that listen to me on the various platforms, thank you for allowing me to be in your ear. To the ones that watch me on YouTube, thank you for allowing me to be in your presence. I think I get more grateful. My anger used to turn me into a person that I didn't want to be. That's a lie. I wanted to be that person at one point in time, right? Anger kind of fuels you to keep going. This for the people who gonna be true to themselves, right? Now, every time I truly get too mad, and stress a kill, stress is the deadly killer. I think back on the process that has got me to here, and that's reflection. That's reflection. That's sitting down and understanding what is truly making you upset. Why is it making you upset? Can you fix this? Can you change this? Can you not? I'm telling you, I'm gonna say it again, that process makes you who you want to become. Skipping it is, especially in this day and age, in this microwave society, in this 90-day get quick, in this a month lose 20-pound world, you just gonna end up somewhere quicker than you were without the results you truly wanted. If that's, like I said, if that's not your result, some people just want to go from big to small. Your shape didn't change. You just went bigger and now you're smaller. But I said I'm gonna let y'all go. Like I said, I I think I'm gonna end it like this. Like I said, it's an elevator to getting money. It's an elevator to um skipping floors. It's not no elevator to success. There ain't no elevator to success. You got to take the stairs. And that's it. As always, be genuine to yourself and kind to others. This video will be out on this video will be out on Monday and the audio will be available on Wednesday. Thank y'all for tuning in.